near Aramingo Avenue. I was thinking about how lucky am I that I live a mile away from where I grew up, and I get to go back to places and talk about my childhood, and hashtag blessed. But so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to walk by all the stores on Aramingo Avenue on this side, the Kmart side, if you will, the Toys R Us side. I'm going to go from here probably up to McDonald's, and because that's where Aramingo Avenue ended when I was a child. There was one store past the McDonald's. There was a place called The Dump, and it wasn't the furniture store. It was kind of like a National Wholesale Liquidators, and they used to sell blank cassette tapes for $1. So I would walk down there to The Dump, go home with my 4 blank tapes, and record songs off the radio. God, the internet is a good thing. All the time I would have saved if I could have just downloaded songs or had YouTube. But that's okay. So this is Kmart. This used to be Kmart. Before Kmart closed down, I went in there and I made a video the day they announced it was going to close. There is an application for it to become something. Will it become something? Who knows? There are no real remnants of Kmart. I was looking around the parking lot for signage. Nothing. This railing here is where they used to keep the shopping carts. Kmart was a great store as a kid, because when you were under 18, the people in Toys R Us would just kick you out. You can't come in. But Kmart, they really didn't have any system there. We would play Kmart tag. I would watch TV when I was supposed to be at school. Kmart, I miss you. This here was the old M&T Bank. It just closed last month. This is where the ATM was. Now that ATM was there when I was a kid, but before it was a bank, I'm not sure if it was here or where the Metro PCS was. There used to be a restaurant, and in that restaurant, let me get away from this awful music. In that restaurant, there were like trains, and I don't remember. It was like the Junction or something. I went there after one day after first grade, and I remember there being trains on the wall. Shoppers World and Pretzel Factory, that's been there for a while. Metro PCS, it's a lot of cell phone stores now, sneaker stores, and restaurants. So Shoppers World used to be, you know what? Let's go inside. I'll give you a little glimpse. Shoppers World used to be Pathmark. Before it was Pathmark, it was Acme. And I actually worked there for a week. And just a week. Let's go inside. I'll show you what Pathmark Acme looks like today. So over here, when this was Pathmark, this was the produce aisle. Now it's all closed. Then back here was the hot food section. Around here was the seafood department and the meat department. Around here was the frozen section, and over there at the very end of the wall was the dairy section where you get your milk and your yogurt. And then this little cove here is where they kept the bread. This is kind of like a, I think it's a cleaner Foreman Mills. They sell, you know, goofy crap like that over there, and clothes. It's not as crowded as Foreman Mills. One thing that's kind of unique to Port Richmond, Fishtown area, the River Wards is what they call it now. When you would go grocery shopping, you were not allowed to bring your cart. They had this locked up, so your carts were not allowed out in the parking lot. So what they would do is you would leave your groceries, $150 worth of groceries here. You would run to your car and you would pray to God that nobody would steal your groceries. Never happened to me. Also, as a child, how many times did I play the tightrope artist and walk the sledge? I worked for Toys R Us. So, all right, so far I worked here. I worked here. I worked for Toys R Us, and I will say, as an employee, and as a customer, they really cut back on labor costs. See the sign right there, Babies R Us. Now, when I worked for Toys R Us, I'm pretty sure this was the busiest Toys R Us in the city of Philadelphia. Definitely busier than Cotman. South Philly wasn't that busy except for Christmas time, and the Franklin Mills did okay. But I'm pretty sure this was the busiest Toys R Us in Philadelphia. I did make a video in Toys R Us before it closed. When I talk about the store, and if I did make a video in before it closed, it will pop up in the corner. Like right now, this is Payless Shoes. The Payless Shoes. No more. I made a video inside there the day they announced it was going to close. I talked to somebody and they said that Toys R Us is going to become a Burlington coat factory. Aaron's. I don't remember what was here. I think it was Pizza Hut was a Chinese food restaurant, and they used to serve minors. It was called Hosai Guy, and I used to buy wine coolers there when I was 15 years old. I don't remember what Aaron's used to be. AutoZone seems like it got bigger and bigger. Now it's like half the mall. It used to be just like the size of this, and it expanded. Foot Locker. I think the Foot Locker has been here for a while, and that expanded because there used to be a Radio Shack there. There used to be a Radio Shack there, and that closed recently. And the cold beers and snacks used to be a Dunkin' Donuts. So that used to be the Dunkin' Donuts, but now the Dunkin' Donuts moved across the street. It's a windy video. I hate windy videos. It's under new management. That's the Dunkin' Donuts. Now this section here, in between Cedar and Gall Street, there's the Bingo Palace, which is no longer in service. There's a nail salon. There's a WIC office. I don't think that's open. The Spinal Care place, there's a Dollar General and an American's Kids, which is like a kids clothing store. This used to be Channels, which was a hardware store. Like it says Home Gallery, furniture on the wall. I don't know what that is. Maybe that was a furniture store. I don't remember that. Panda Express. Now, if I'm wrong on this, please correct me. Panda Express, which I haven't been in. Bathroom review, Panda Express. Not too bad. Well, I could be wrong here, but I think there used to be a Pizza Hut. And now there's a Pizza Hut inside that little strip back there, which I don't even know is still open. It's still closed right now, and it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I think that used to be Pizza Hut, and this used to be Taco Bell. This was definitely Taco Bell. This was Taco Bell. Many nights after a prom or a dance or a concert, go to Taco Bell. This was a nightclub in the 90s. For 2 seconds. Phil the Flavor. It was Philadelphia's hottest night spot. What was the name of the pet store? They sold like hoity-toity dog food. It was like gourmet dog food before we had gourmet dog food. And that used to be here. I had a friend that worked here. I don't even remember his name. And he had to change. There used to be a sign here, and it would say dog food, 5 pounds for $30, whatever it was. And one day one day I changed the sign, and it said 5 pounds of dog shit, $10. Now this Rite Aid is on hallowed ground. I think it's on hallowed. Back when I was a child, there was Toys R Us, and there was Kiddie City. And Kiddie City was here. It used to stick out all the way. And now, it's a Rite Aid. but yeah, that was Kiddie City. And over here, now this is a Taco Bell. That's newer, like a few years old. Kiddie City. Yeah, so Kiddie City, the entrance was this way. You would go in this way. Somewhere, the Rib Rack, I think, was where the Oak Street Health was. There was always a bank there, and the State Store used to be there, but the State Store moved down a bit near the new Wawa. The KFC has always been there. So I worked on Toys R Us block. I worked at Acme. I worked on this block too. Wow, I worked on every block on Aramingo Avenue. Here's KFC. I do not go to this KFC. Every time I go to it, they always screw up the order in the drive-thru. Always. They've never. I do it like once every 5 years. I go, all right, let's give them a shot. And they screw it up, and they overcharge. No! That's what I say to them. This is a brand new Burger King. They tore it down and built it up, but they got a new playground inside. It's really nice. The soda machine's all digital touchscreen. The Speedway, I used to work here, not at the Speedway, but when it was a Hess, was it Hess? I think it was Hess. There was a little tiny booth that was right here, and it was kind of where this pump this pump number 6 was. There was a little booth, and in that booth, you got cigarettes and you got gas. That was it. You only sold cigarettes and gas, maybe lighters and a few other things. The booth, oh, she's talking about. The booth was the size of it was about the size of this. I don't know who you're talking to.
I don't want to be put on anything.
You're not put on anything.
Okay.
Yeah, no, don't worry. No, nobody wants to see you. And this news booth has always been there. Nobody wants to see me. This news. They sell lottery tickets. The McDonald's, that's always been there. Another place that screws up the drive-thru. Mulberry Curtains. I don't know how that place is still open. I don't know what the markup is on curtains, but that place has been there. And behind Mulberry Curtains is where the dump used to be. And that's really it. That is Aramingo Avenue. Aramingo Avenue. Kmart to McDonald's. I'm going to do the other side another day. It's getting ready to rain. Ellie didn't want me to record it. Motorcycle spot's been here for a while. The other side of Aramingo, I'll do that probably next week. We're gonna have Crazy Eddie's, Babe Steakhouse, and how many? I used to stalk Randall Cunningham every week. He had a radio show, and I would stand there in the cold and just get his autograph every week. And I have none of them now. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. If you got somewhere you want to see, let me know in the comments below. I like that. That was good. I hate walking in this parking lot. I hate parking in this parking lot. I hate this parking lot. Not many closed stores. Oh, it's like a senior thing. Not many closed stores on Aramingo Avenue. It looks like everything that's closed has licenses to open up to become something new. So people say retail is dying. I agree with them, but it's never a good song. When anyone blares a song, it's never a good song. All right, hit like, subscribe, and I'll say with you later. Toodles!